When a prominent Christian evangelical pastor said that the prayers of Jews did not reach God, most Jews saw a terrible insult and a moment for outrage. Rabbi Yechiel Eckstein instead saw an opportunity. He began to reach out to evangelical Christians, and in 1983, he founded the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. He has devoted his professional life to building bridges of understanding between Christians and Jews and creating broad support for the State of Israel among evangelical Christians. He is recognized as the world's leading Jewish authority on evangelicals, and the fellowship now raises over $140 million a year, making it the largest Christian-supported humanitarian nonprofit working in Israel today and supporting Jews around the world. He received his Orthodox rabbinic ordination from Yeshiva University in New York and has a master's degree from Yeshiva University in Columbia, as well as a doctorate from Columbia. He has served on the faculties of Columbia, Chicago Theological Seminary, and Northern Baptist Seminary, possibly the only person to have served on all three of those faculties. He's been on the executive committee of the American Jewish Joint Distribution Committee. He was also, before his work with the fellowship, the national co-director of interreligious affairs for the Anti-Defamation League, and he has done remarkable work on interreligious dialogue and respect throughout the world, in America, but everywhere else. Since 1983 and its founding, the fellowship has provided more than $1 billion to programs helping Jews from the former Soviet Union, India, Ethiopia, and everywhere around the world, South America, resettle in Israel, and created programs to provide security around the world for Jews and fight poverty in Israel and help impoverished elderly Jews and orphans in the former Soviet Union and elsewhere. We are honored to be able to present to Rabbi Yechiel Eckstein the Kohan Foundation Award for Rescue for 2016.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I, too, am grateful and humbled by receiving this award. I must tell you that I and the organization I founded, the fellowship, have received well over 100 awards over the years. But this is the first time I am receiving an award from an organization or a group that we did not give money to. My great claim to fame, if you will, was in reaching out to the evangelical community, starting some of the first dialogues when I was head of Christian-Jewish relations for the ADL some 38 years ago, then starting this organization, the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, 34 years ago. And today, what started out in a closet in a friend's law firm in Chicago, today we are the largest philanthropy pretty much in Israel and around the world, helping Jews in need. Our rescue programs include everything from when the Russians attacked in eastern Ukraine a few years ago, and thousands of Jews had to flee cities like Donetsk, Lugansk, Mariupol from Ukraine, probably where many of your parents or grandparents came from. And all of a sudden, for the first time since World War II, we had a phenomena of Jewish refugees. Jews who were fleeing with nothing and no place to go, no place to get money to eat, alone. And I am so proud of the fact that thanks to our 1.6 million Christian donors, we were able to provide them with a refugee camp, a Jewish refugee camp, where 2,600 Jews stayed for up to 2 years. On top of that, we have brought over 600,000 Jews on Aliyah. And that was the greatest thrill, to bring those 2,600 Jews. Most of them are young families, not older people. Frankly, many of the older people just gave up and continued to live under those conditions. But it's the younger families, people in their 30s and 40s with kids. They're the ones who fled and found themselves with nothing. And we helped bring them to Israel on Aliyah and resettle them there. Our organization, our Christian donors, have contributed over $200 million to bring Jews to safety in Israel. We have operations all over the world, and so we've done hundreds of millions of dollars to help rescue Jews in Israel, to help the soldiers, the largest donors to IDF, all pretty much with funds from Christians. Christians who are giving an average of $76. They're giving up things in order to help Israel and the Jewish people and to rescue Jews. They're giving up vacations. They're giving up a new car. They're giving up doing a new kitchen. They're giving up buying Starbucks latte and instead buying McDonald's and saving the $1.50 every day to help another Jewish person. There are good people out there in this world, and we are reaching out our hands to them. But I just want to conclude with this. For many years, I was attacked, as you can well imagine. And there's a book that came out. I'm not trying to push the book. I don't make a penny from it. It's all the profits go to elderly Holocaust survivors for food. But a book that came out describing all those attacks, it was written by an author named Zev Chefetz, New York Times author. It was published by Penguin Random House. It's called The Bridge Builder. And it's a biography of my life that I'm very privileged to have read and before I died, and to have seen. And it describes the attacks against me over the years, mainly from the Jewish community. What's this, an Orthodox rabbi meeting with Jerry Falwell? Pat Robertson? I arranged the meeting between Jerry Falwell and Prime Minister Menachem Begin, alav hashalom, and they got along so well. And today, when we look around the world at Latin America, where at least 30% of every country is now evangelical Pentecostal, when we look at Korea, we have offices in Korea and Brazil and Canada. When you look at China, there are millions, hundreds of millions of people who, if we reach out to them with love, with respect, with our own commitments to our own people, if we reach out to them, we can build not an alliance, but we can build a fellowship, a family of Christians and Jews coming together, whether it's to save persecuted Christians in Iraq, as we're doing quietly. I guess it's not so quiet anymore. Or from Syria, and helping, of course, rescue Jews in need. Together, being at each other's side. I want to say that the fact that I, who was attacked for so many years, today not so, but received this award from this, not just this family, but from this distinguished family of rabbis who have literally changed history, is not only a great privilege, but it's a great encouragement for me personally. And so I say, Toda Rabba, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat.